I'm going to convert a scan to vectors, edit it, and add a stencil font. Most raster to vector conversion programs can outline an image, but few can do centerline conversions. An example of a drawing that needs centerline conversion is a sketch where an item like a ball is not filled in. Draftsman has excellent centerline conversion. This drawing is typical of a pencil sketch. It was scanned at 300 dots per inch, and the default threshold on my scanner had to be darkened. Otherwise, the image would have been too light and many areas would have been missing. Still, this image has a few problem areas. We have quite a few holes in this drawing, and the edge is fairly ragged, and there are spots like this all over it. Let's see what vectorization does. I'm going to do a centerline conversion. I'm looking for arcs. Smoothing's fairly high, but that's because the edge is very rough. I'm looking for as many arcs as the program can find. The black spots say that we have some open polygons. I'll zoom in and start editing these. That should be a polyline just like it is. Right now I'm going to do some joining. I'm going to join this line to this one. And now I'm going to join that to there. And down here. And I'm just following the red point. I can delete points within the polyline without really changing the image. Now I want to show the bend tool, but first I want the feet of the characters to be on the same plane. So I will first cleave the boy right there, and what that has done is just made a separate polyline down here. And what I'll do with that is use the move tool and drag this up so it's the same height as the middle girl. And on this one, I will cleave this one right here. I'm going to make this one a little taller. Okay. Get my join tool again. Now we have our single blue point that indicates this is a closed polygon. And the problem is our cut comes up and goes around, but we have another cut here. But I'd like this to be one cut that goes all the way around the image. So I'm going to delete that point, then do a Control A, which is select all, do an edit break at intersections. It just allows me to delete a couple more lines. And I'll do a Control A, edit, uncleave. Get my join tool back out. And we've got our blue point again. Before I go on to the bend tool, I'll show you a couple of things you can do with the warp tool. Control Z is undo. I'll pick a different warp now. Now the bend tool. I'll start by drawing a curve that I'd like my figures to follow. Then I choose the figures and select the arc. Now I'm going to move this arc up a little. This is the feet are covered. And now I will type a message. And I'll use a stencil font. I'll make the font a little smaller. Now I'll weld the figures onto this shape. I'll convert the text to lines and arcs. Now if we were to cut this right now, it would look like that. For a live online demonstration using one of your images, contact us.